I wanted to do a cold start on my 2001, no wait, what year is this thing? 2006, not one. 2006 Volvo XC70 cross-country wagon. This car may look familiar to some of you from a video from a year or two ago. I bought this car at the Mannheim auction for $1,000 down in Atlanta. It was a new car trade-in at a large Volvo dealership in Atlanta. I say large. I don't think Volvo dealerships are large at all. I think they're actually pretty small. But let's just say the oldest Volvo dealership in Atlanta, well known. Traded in there for a new one. It's had a couple of owners, including my aunt. I sold it to my aunt after I bought it. She drove it for about 1.5 years, and then I found a 2010 Lexus ES350 that's also featured on my channel, and I sold it to her. She sold this car back to me for $1,000. So it has about 30 more thousand miles on it than it had a couple of years ago. It's in pretty good running condition. It needs a couple of things, and I'll kind of go over that. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this darn thing. It's just been sitting in my driveway for 2 months. Hadn't been able to drive because I've had back surgery and back issues. My daily driver's at my office in Chattanooga. But anyway, enough chitter chatter. We'll do a cold start on this thing. I'll go ahead and pop the hood. I don't think the hood struts work anymore. I can't remember. Let's see. It's a pretty good old running Volvo for its age. The hood, now this is crazy. The paint on this car, I think it's called Willow Green. I don't know if I've ever seen another Volvo in this color. If so, they're far and few between. But for some reason, as you can see, look at the hood. The hood, I mean, has just completely faded out. It's just rough and coarse. I guess that's clear coat failure. I'm not a paint guy, so I don't know shit about this stuff. But man, that really sucks because it is such a straight car. I need to, take this, find somebody that would even waste their time to spray this hood for me. I bet I couldn't do that. I don't know any paint guys. Yeah, the hood struts are gone. I'm gonna need to find something to prop this thing up with. What do I have? Everything's too big. Okay, let's do the cold start and then we'll pop the hood. All right, cold start. 256,071 miles. She runs pretty good for the miles. I think I've got a service due. Yeah, time for regular maintenance. Yeah, I'm about 1,000. I think about 1,000 miles over. But yeah, let's look under the hood. Yeah, this thing runs really. Tell you what, I know I'm bouncing around here, so we have a little better light. Let's go ahead and just back it out into the driveway here. Okay. Heat and air work good. It's got heated seats. The upholstery in this car, I mean, for the miles, and if you're a Volvo guy, you know how Volvo seats go to piss. I mean, they just shred. But look at this driver's seat. I mean, this driver's seat, crazy. For 250,000 miles, you just don't see that. Probably by 2006, though, Volvo had started straightening out some of their leather issues. So yeah, got the, let's see, 2006. They've made this a 2.5 yet. Yes, this is a 2.5 turbo. timing belt was done at about 200,000, according to the little sticker there, back in 2013. So it's only had 56,000 miles put on it since 2013, which that's not too bad. The second owner of this car is the one that really rolled the miles up. The car was registered here in Georgia, but the oil changes were showing up in Columbus, Ohio. So that second owner was running back and forth between Georgia and Columbus, Ohio. I don't know if it was maybe a student going to the Ohio State University or what. I'm not sure, but the miles were really rolled up by the second owner, and then they kind of slowed down after that. But the Carfax is nuts on this thing. Amazing service history, tons of service records. The car was sold new out of Connecticut. First owner had it up in Connecticut, and it was serviced at Volvo of Stanford. But it doesn't really have any rust. I mean, you could see a little bit of corrosion on some nuts and bolts here, but I don't think it saw lots and lots of salt. I do have a problem with the alternator, I believe. I'm getting a light that comes on the dash that says service electrical system immediately. It's not on right now, but yeah, a little battery light comes on right there, and it shows up in the message center: service power system or electrical system immediately. So I think the alternator is about to go kaput, but the car's been sitting for a couple of weeks, so it's not coming on right now. You got to drive it for a little while, and it especially loves to come on when you get confident enough and you want to get on the interstate and drive, you know, up to the next town or whatever. Then it comes on the interstate and gives you a complete heart attack. But anyway, so let's do a little rev here. She sounds good. This car doesn't leak any oil, use anything, any fluids or oil or drips or nothing. I mean, it is just an amazing, got good heat up there. Yeah, give me some heat, punk. Good heat, good climate control. Yeah, it's just a good all-around car. So I got $1,000 in it. It needs a little bit of work. It's going to need a couple of tires. Let's see. Let's check out these tires. I've got it's got a set of Goodyears on it. The fronts are okay. And then I've got one nearly new Michelin, and this is a wheel that I got off of LKQ, because I had one bent rim. I have one rim that is bent, and I get a terrible vibration on the interstate. Missing my side marker light there. It's actually down inside there. It fell in. That tire's okay, but this Goodyear's almost like new. Yeah, I have a bent rim that was wobbling on me on the interstate. I've tried to have it balanced out. They can't do it, so anyway, I went to LKQ and got a Polo rim. Oh. Let's go for my daughter just got home. I need to do a 2-year update on the Rogue. I haven't done one since, I guess it's been a good year now. Need to do a little update on that. But the transmission in this car shifts great. I mean, it just pulls like a freight train. You can hear that turbo whistling, or at least I can. Car doesn't run hot, runs nice and cool. I mean, I got this past summer, it was August 2nd actually, I got stuck out here on the interstate right before my exit to get off. Traffic came to a complete stop because there was a police chase, and the police chase passed me and all the other fellow drivers on the interstate. And you know, we were like, what the hell's going on? All these police cars, you know, passing in the median, passing on the emergency lane, cutting around people. I never saw the car they were chasing though, so I thought they were, you know, just headed to a crash lane. But after about 20 or so of them flew by me, I thought something's going on. Well, then I saw the car they were chasing spinning out about, I don't know, 20 cars ahead of me, and I saw the cop cars just T-boning it and pit maneuvering it, and I mean, they were hitting it from all sides, and the front bumper went flying down the interstate, and then the rear bumper went skidding across the interstate, and then the car went off the road, and by that time I was stopped and I was about 10 cars back. So I could see at this point what the hell was going on. Well, then I noticed gunfire going into the glass of this Toyota Corolla. I could see, you could just see the whole, just the glass shattering and popping out. And I thought, oh God, they are shooting and killing this guy. And so they, you know, the interstate was basically shut down. And it was August 2nd. It was 1,000 degrees. I mean, it was so hot outside. I mean, I'm in Georgia and I'm, you know, August 2nd, give me a break. And I'm in this car, AC, just left the car running, sat at idle, you know, on a closed interstate within eyesight of my exit for it was 2 hours and it was about 45 minutes maybe before they opened up the interstate to let us start moving, because we were all out of our cars, you know, kind of out at this point, and a couple of officers came back and talked to us, kind of told us what had happened. And, you know, several of us were saying, hey, that's our exit right there. It was within eyesight. And he said, well, I'm going to just open up a lane and start letting people through. So we were able to get off, but they only injured the guy, didn't kill him. But the car never got hot. It never got past that halfway point. And I left it running the whole time with the AC on. I mean, the windows were frosting over. I mean, that was a test of real durability with this car. I mean, being able to sit out there in that hot heat like that and still run nice and cool and not overheat. Because, you know, there's a lot of these Volvos out there that people have definitely overheated and melted the head gasket, on the head gaskets and all that crap. But this one's a good one. This one is a good one. So anyway, service, the electrical system light or whatever never did come on. Pretty clean back here. Never did come on. Like I said, it'll wait until I go somewhere before it comes on again. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up an alternator for it and go ahead and start putting one on while I got a little time off from work and make this thing into a good daily driver. I'd like to put some new tires on this thing. I'll be honest with you, I'd like to put some all-terrain tires on it. I mean, I know it's not really made for that, but it is four-wheel drive and it is only $1,000, and you know, I'd like to put some off-road tires on it so I'll be able to, you know, do some off-road adventure. Maybe I can make an outlander vehicle out of it. Ha. But anyway, comment below what you think. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe. Y'all have a good day.